Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. I've got a wee surprise for you today. Just like the weather's got a surprise for me, and it said it wasn't going to rain. Weather apps up here are about as much use as a chocolate kettle. So hopefully we're going for a run round south side of Loch Ness again today. But this time, not on my bike, but on two of my dad's bikes. So my dad's coming with me today, and we're taking out his Suzuki T500 from 1975 and his 1976 Triumph Bonneville T140. Both bikes which I've ridden before. We took them to the Loch Ness rally and took them down there. I took the T500, and then once the show was over itself, the show part, they went for the run down to Whitebridge, and we went tagged along and swapped over. I took the Bonneville back home. So this will be hopefully my second time out in that. Third time out in the T500, because I was off work one time and my dad asked me if I would take the T500 to go get MOT'd. He put two brand new tyres on it and it was pissing down rain. I've never shit myself so much on all my life having to take around this bike that he's bought. 1975, never been restored, so as it was kept in dry storage somewhere when he bought it. Yeah, not much fun going round the roundabout when it's absolutely pissing it down. Brand new tyres, not been scrubbed in, not even touched the surface, and the whole bike sliding around, which would cost an absolute fortune to go and buy one of them in the condition that he has his in. And again today, it's raining again. Well, I suppose if I want to go around, drive around in nice weather, I should move to Spain. Anyway, next time you see me, I'll be on the T500. Oh, shit. I forget these things are probably on drum brakes. Oh, Cutcher's having a good look. Let's see what this thing sounds like opened up. I'm scared to take it up to 6,000 revs. But here we are out in the Suzuki T500, 1975, 500cc 2-stroke. You get back where you belong, mirror. For the past year I've been pretty much just driving the Tiger 800. So this thing feels so weird. Even then I did have a shot of the Bonneville, the 2015, just to take it home. Well, I swapped the Tiger for a week, and well, even that was hard to drive, but this is just something else. So as you can see, we've got all the mod cons from 1975. There's a speedo and a rev counter. Oh, and apparently it does. I've got an F there, which means, I don't know, flashing indicators. Look under the gears go. Oh, I do. I don't know which gear I was in there. So we're kind of sat at 50 comfortably at the moment. I don't know if you can see, I've got the Bonneville behind me at the 1976. Mirrors vibrate a bit much in this compared to everything else I'm used to. Well, it's a short trip from Inverness to Doors, but I'm already missing the screen from the Tiger. I've got my cool leather jacket on today, and the wind is coming right through the zip. There's no protection of this at all. Starting to wish I just wore my normal jacket. Oh, are we going this way? So if you can see this with the old indicators, it's just a slide back and forth job. The first thing definitely to remember with these old bikes is drum brakes. I've already been caught out several times coming through Inverness there, where I've just thought, it's plenty of braking distance, and I pulled on the brakes, and there's not really anything there. I mean, there is, but not when you're used to discs. Right, we're actually catching up with somebody. I know it's cyclists, but still, we'll get an overtaking manoeuvre up here. Maybe not. Well, between these two engines, they've got no excuse for not hearing us. There we go. I'll give them a wee wave. So we don't really have a planned schedule today where we're going, but we are heading to Foyers. We're going to take down a trip down to Lower Foyers and go and check out the old aluminium factory, which a few generations of my family actually worked there. I think my great uncle and my great granddad, or granddad, or great granddad. I'm not sure. I'll check that. Unfortunately, it's just as kind of derelict building now. It's not used for anything. It might be used for storage by the Scottish Hydro, but now this road's getting a bit narrower. Even 40 miles an hour is feeling quite fast. It wouldn't feel so bad if you had an accident and it was a brand new bike. Even a brand new bike. At least you know you could go out and get one exactly the same. It's a bit nervous actually having to drive one of these and worrying that if something is to happen, how the hell would it be replaced? Oh. Bit bumpy. The sun's gone away as well, and it's cold. I've got cold air coming through the zip, cold air coming through my jeans. No heater grips. To be fair, the hands are pretty warm actually, they're fine. So my dad bought this bike a few years ago. The reason behind it was when he was about 15 years old, his uncle bought one of these brand new. I think my dad was out having a caravan holiday somewhere where my uncle turned up showing off his brand new bike, and then decided to go and jump in my great granddad's car. Oh, there's a car coming. Oh, and he's not stopping for us. Thank you very much. Oh, you where my uncle turned up showing off his new bike, and then decided to jump in my great... Oh, Christ. And then decided to jump in my great granddad's car and off to do something. So my great granddad just said to my dad, "There you go, Kenny, just go jump on the bike, have a wee shot." For my uncle to come back a wee while later and find his 15-year-old nephew driving around in his brand new bike round a field. If you've never ridden an old bike before and you get the chance to do it for anything, it'll just let you realise how far they've come. But also as well, if you get a nice road like this, just sort of nice and quiet, nothing that makes you want to go fast anyway. It just shows you how much more there's to enjoy just by having just the basics. Right, we better slow down here. So here we are at Boleskine. So that'll be the road up to Boleskine, the old house. I don't think you can see it. Maybe come back on the other bike. Boleskine house was burnt down recently. And that's Boleskine churchyard, the graveyard. I thought there was a bigger passing place here, but it's not. It's a bloody... I used to live out here. You think I'd remember what the road was. The sky's gone dark again and that wind's got colder. Yeah, so back there was the Boleskine churchyard, or the graveyard. I keep saying churchyard. Back there was Boleskine graveyard. And the old Boleskine house, which was owned by Alistair Crowley and Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. At the moment they're getting it restored because it's burnt down twice in the last couple of years. Right, let's remember where we're going. So this is the turn off. So this is where the Falls of Foyers is as well. Oh. This person just thinks a giant chainsaw came down the road. How you doing? Right, there are sharp bends down here, and I've got to remember I've got drum brakes. the old aluminium factory. And that's a new roof. A particular target in World War II. Might get a good picture there. Ooh, foot down. This is about as off-roading as it gets. One of these bikes. Just a thought. I'm wondering about the brakes, and I'm now heading towards the water. Just for a photo. Ready to go. And here we go. Right, back on the road, back to Upper Foyers, past my old flat. Oh. Here we go. Get the knee down? No, I don't think so. If you got your knee down on this thing, your elbow and face wouldn't be very far behind. Hey, we've got the Falls of Foyers car park. Just down there's the falls. And a nice wee tea room in the shop just next to it if you fancy a wee run out. Don't know where that mirror's facing. It's not facing anything I want to look at. Get a wee bit into that there. Nice little bit of twisty for a bike like this. Oh, there's the road there. I thought it was way down the bottom. That could have been a disaster. Jeez, it's still struggling to stop. Oh. Yeah, let's go towards the rain clouds. We're going to get soaked if we go this way. Yeah, this is just going to get wetter. It's getting pretty way up this way. We'll just sort them. Ah, okay. We okay? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Whoa. What a difference. I'll tell you, first thing you notice is it's a lot more comfier. I hope I'm not doing 70 miles an hour. It doesn't feel like it. Dad's keeping up with me. I don't think this video's working right. Wow. The clutch is... I don't know what to say about the clutch. There, but it's heavy. Wakey, wakey, people of Erigi. It's a pity that most of the modern bikes are just so quiet. I remember that retro Kawasaki came out, Z900? And that looks smart, but I seen one day and I couldn't believe how small it was when you actually seen it drive by. Plus, I actually thought it was a 250 when I heard it. It wasn't until it went side on and I could see what it was. I'm very disappointed. And for the T100 Bonneville that we've got, remember looking online and there was the P-shooter exhaust system from Triumph. That was a louder exhaust system. And it actually said, not for road use. Where are you going to use it? You're not going to drive something like that around a field. Unless you're like my dad when he was 15 years old with the T500. And it's not exactly the go-to bike for going on track. Let's see, I don't even know how this thing indicates. Whoa. We'll get a wee bit opened up here. Well, we're getting a drive-by here. Well, you can do that because one, it's his bike, and two, I don't know how fast I'm going. Oh, he's a lot more braver than me. And as I said before, these aren't my bikes, and I don't really want to be trying to scrape the pegs of them. Do I have another gear? We'll have another gear. I can actually feel my calves vibrating. Here we go. Let's open it up. We'll grouse and try to tell. I don't think any of these mirrors are where I left them. Ooh, backfire. It's always tempting to do it in the second corner, but the second corner is not, it's not as friendly as that first one. It's horrible and bumpy. We'll pass this dude. Tell you what though, I do feel more at home on this bike than I do in the T500. Ah, here we're back to Ness. Look at that for a view. Not him. That. Well, that's been our little trip round south side of Loch Ness down to Foyers, and never quite made it to Whitebridge. Just seemed it was getting wetter and wetter, and don't have waterproofs on. You just stay there. Yeah, as I was saying, that's just done our little jaunt round. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't think I've given you much of an insight to what these bikes are like, but let's face it, if you're in the market for a Suzuki T500 or a Bonneville T140, then you really already know what you're looking for. And I don't think there's anything I could tell you that would make you sway towards having either bike. But as I said earlier, if you do get a chance to ever ride an old bike, we'll make you appreciate how much they've come on in the years. Also make you a bit jealous of how awesome they sound. Anyway, that's from me. Take care, and I'll see you soon.